He's had several opportunities now, in fairness. He's had more than Morata did during his period in the game, but I suppose Moreno has been up against the 10 men rather than the 11 when Morata was involved, and he didn't get a look in.
Well, Spain back on the ball as ever. There's only 2 minutes left to go. They need to get it done here. They don't want the lottery. They've got a man advantage. Here's Thiago. Can he make it pay? Chips a terrible ball into the box again. He's brought nothing to the party since he's come on. He's a nice player, but... and again, I would say that Spain have been hugely disappointed in this game to get to us to where we are. Yeah, they've had a lot of the ball. I'm not even impressed with Luis Enrique, and his substitutions for me just bizarre. I don't know quite what he's been trying to do. You know, I think they'd have been better off keeping Torres, Morata and Sarabia out there. I think he's just tinkered about too much. He's about to make another change now as well. And Pedri will be replaced by Rodri.
Yeah, so again, maybe another player that is to take a penalty, a more experienced one, I suppose, to Pedri, and possibly that experience could really count when it comes to a penalty shootout.
Yeah, they always reckon that the younger players are the ones who don't care, or are more brave about putting their hand up for penalties. When you're older, you understand what comes with it, the baggage that you can get with a missed penalty. Anyway, we're nearly there. Our fingers crossed. I like a good old penalty shootout. It would make me laugh as well if somehow Switzerland managed to get a winner, even though I'd sort of been banging on about how good Spain are throughout the tournament. Anyway, they haven't been that good today, otherwise they would have put Switzerland to the sword. And particularly since for the last 40 odd minutes they've had one man more, but it doesn't seem to have mattered. We're closing in on 30 minutes of extra time as Jordi Alba's on the ball. And for Spain, where's the devil in this? They're still swinging side to side. Thiago on the ball, little sideways ball from him. Then the ball goes backwards. Busquets a better ball. Now Alba puts the ball well off the back of Mbabu, and that ball just blasted away. And the referee, has he blown his whistle? No, he hasn't, because there's a minute left. We're waiting for that. We're into it already. So Switzerland won, Spain won. As Switzerland pick up the ball, Gavranovic tries to run through a brick wall there, and the free kick's given, and he kicks the ball away, and he's going to get a yellow card. Well, I think he'd take that, to be honest with you.
He'll take it, but he's going to miss the semi-finals now if Switzerland go through. He was already walking that tightrope, so I suppose they've got to get there still, but he will play no part.
Well, the ball driven across now, picked up by Llorente at the far post. Last chance saloon there for Spain. Ball comes in, it's headed over the top. That surely's got to be it. One apiece is, I think, where we'll be stuck at, and we'll have the penalties. Yeah, that's desperate for Gavranovic, isn't it? I just thought, he can't be in that position, just kicking the ball away. How stupid.
Yeah, silly, isn't it, really? And well, there it is. The whistle's gone. We're set for penalties.
Right, we'll take a short break. We'll be back at you in 5 minutes. It always takes longer than you think, but it's myself, John Hogan, and Bobby Jackson to take you through the penalty shootout at St. Petersburg in the quarter-finals. The two teams can't be separated. They're one apiece after 120 minutes. It's been an onslaught from Spain ever since Remo Freuler got sent off, but they've defended well and stoically. We've a long time since Jordi Alba's shot was deflected in by Denis Zakaria. Xherdan Shaqiri got the equaliser. Then we saw Remo Freuler sent off for a poor challenge. Since then it's been an onslaught, but Jan Sommer's made several good saves. There have been several good blocks, and it's penalties. It's been an onslaught from Spain ever since Remo Freuler. at St. Petersburg in the quarter-finals. The two teams can't be separated. They're one apiece after 120 minutes. It's been an onslaught from Spain ever since Remo Freuler got sent off, but they've defended well and stoically. For a long time since Jordi Alba's shot was deflected in by Denis Zakaria. Certain Shaqiri got the equaliser. Then we saw Remo Freuler sent off for a poor challenge. Since then it's been an onslaught, but Jan Sommer's made several good saves. There have been several good blocks, and it's penalties at St. Petersburg in the quarter-finals. The two teams can't be separated. They're one apiece after 120 minutes. It's been an onslaught from Spain ever since Remo Freuler got sent off, but they've defended well and stoically. For a long time since Jordi Alba's shot was deflected in by Denis Zakaria. Certain Shaqiri got the equaliser. Then we saw Remo Freuler sent off for a poor challenge. Since then it's been an onslaught, but Jan Sommer's made several good saves. There have been several good blocks, and it's penalties at St. Petersburg in the quarter-finals. The two teams can't be separated. They're one apiece after 120 minutes. It's been an onslaught from Spain ever since Remo Freuler got sent off, but they've defended well and stoically. For a long time since Jordi Alba's shot was deflected in by Denis Zakaria. Certain Shaqiri got the equaliser. Then we saw Remo Freuler sent off for a poor challenge. Since then it's been an onslaught, but Jan Sommer's made several good saves. There have been several good blocks, and it's penalties at St. Petersburg in the quarter-finals. The two teams can't be separated. They're one apiece after 120 minutes. It's been an onslaught from Spain ever since Remo Freuler got sent off, but they've defended well and stoically. For a long time since Jordi Alba's shot was deflected in by Denis Zakaria. Certain Shaqiri got the equaliser. Then we saw Remo Freuler sent off for a poor challenge. Since then it's been an onslaught, but Jan Sommer's made several good saves. There have been several good blocks, and it's penalties at St. Petersburg in the quarter-finals. The two teams can't be separated. They're one apiece after 120 minutes. It's been an onslaught from Spain ever since Remo Freuler got sent off, but they've defended well and stoically. For a long time since Jordi Alba's shot was deflected in by Denis Zakaria. Certain Shaqiri got the equaliser. Then we saw Remo Freuler sent off for a poor challenge. Since then it's been an onslaught, but Jan Sommer's made several good saves. There have been several good blocks, and it's penalties at St. Petersburg in the quarter-finals. The two teams can't be separated. They're one apiece after 120 minutes. It's been an onslaught from Spain ever since Remo Freuler got sent off, but they've defended well and stoically. For a long time since Jordi Alba's shot was deflected in by Denis Zakaria. Certain Shaqiri got the equaliser. Then we saw Remo Freuler sent off for a poor challenge. Since then it's been an onslaught, but Jan Sommer's made several good saves. There have been several good blocks, and it's penalties at St. Well, you've got to love penalties, don't you? I think for me, when you consider it, Spain had gone in short favourites. You think, oh yeah, you know, early keep ball. They got the early goal, and then just retreated into tiki-taka hell. Ball going nowhere, and that led to the equaliser. Remo Freuler meant he's sending off meant that then Switzerland just did that rearguard thing and pretty much defended everything that was just in front of them, and it was easy. Anyway, we've got the penalty shootout. Jan Sommer's going to be the first man to make a save, and I'll be covering Spain's attempts with the Busquets to go first, and Bobby will be doing Switzerland. So Sergio Busquets steps up, and he hits the post. Oh dear, Sommer had gone the wrong way, but Busquets couldn't steer it in. Oh, that's a shocking penalty.
Well, he was cool and calm, but I think too cool and calm in the end. He stroked it to that left-hand side, and it comes off the bottom of the woodwork. So it is already advantage Switzerland with their first kick of the shootout, and they managed to score all 5 against France. This time taking the first one is the same man who kicked them off last time. It is the number 19, Mario Gavranovic. Managed to slot home past Hugo Lloris. Can he do it beyond Unai Simon, who's shuffling across his line? Gavranovic puts it to the left-hand side, and Switzerland have themselves on the board in the penalty shootout. They have the lead.
Well, that's how to do it, isn't it? That wasn't tentative. He absolutely put his laces through that. Next up then, is Olmo, who came on after the break. Danny Olmo. He had a few shots. Anyway, what's he got now? Looks pensive to put the ball down. Up he steps, and he stumped it into the roof of the net. That's a pretty good penalty under pressure, Bobby.
Yeah, it's much better, isn't it? Goes for a bit of height, even though Sommer had sort of half committed to going to that side. I think he realised pretty soon that it was going high and out of his reach, and Olmo getting Spain back in this penalty shootout at 1-1, although Switzerland just about to take their second one now, and it's going to be Fabian Schär at the moment. We are going leg for leg with how they went against France. Fabian Schär slotted home in that penalty shootout victory. Minor advantage for Switzerland maybe that they're shooting towards a large chunk of their fans based behind that goal. Full support of the Newcastle defender. He steps up and it's saved by Simon down to his right hand side. It was struck with very little conviction in a similar theme to Sergio Busquets, and it's all square once again.
Well, Wowie, he steps up. A lot of movement by the keeper, but in the end he guesses right. Side foot. Yeah, he never really caught hold of that. It's a good save though. Oh, one apiece. Wowie. Proper title tussle. This one, didn't see who that was who picked it up. Anyway, for Spain now, that's another save, and that was Rodri, was it?
Yeah.
So Rodri's shot saved, and Jan Sommer makes a habit of it, doesn't he? But again, he was too close to the keeper.
Yeah, he pointed to his right, Sommer, and then dived to his left, and doesn't look as though that had distracted Rodri. He always appeared to be going in that direction. There was no hesitation and major change in the body shape. It just again wasn't really in the corner or out of reach of Sommer. He was only brought off the bench in the final moments of extra time, Rodri. Maybe brought on just for that reason to take a penalty kick, but couldn't convert. So we go again to the man who scored the third penalty against France, and it's the player who has been so crucial for Switzerland in defence today, Manuel Akanji. It's been a rock at the back. Now he needs to hold his nerve. 12 yards out, looks steely faced. He's dyed blonde hair. Again, Unai Simon shuffling across the line. Akanji has seen it saved in the same spot as the man before him, Fabian Schär. And both goalkeepers are pulling it out the bag here.
Like I said, nobody's good at penalties anymore. What's happened to everybody?
It's falling apart.
I tell you what, both keepers are making the goals seem small.
Yeah.
Anyway, for Spain now, well, it's Moreno, and he'd had a pretty poor game, but he's had a good season. They'll be hoping that that will be enough. Anyway, up he steps, left-footed. Ah, that's a beauty. Drills it into the back of the net. And I tell you what, for the first time, it's advantage Spain.
Yeah, having missed their first penalty, they were battling against it, but poorly taken spot kicks from the Swiss means that it's now the underdogs who started this game that are having to fight their way back into it. Next up we have Ruben Vargas. He was on as a first half substitute for injured Bril Embolo. Again, he was the fourth penalty taker against France.